You're watching Samuel Goodwin on YouTube, and a while ago, one of you asked if I would be interested in trying cardistry. And initially I didn't know what that was, so I looked it up, and it looks kind of cool. It's basically like fancy ways to shuffle a deck of cards like this, and they do elaborate things, and the cards go everywhere, and there's cuts and shuffles and flourishes and picking out cards and bouncing them in the air while they're spinning. It's a whole thing. So I thought I'd try it. So I got myself some cards. These are Monarchs from Theory 11, a company that apparently makes cards and people think they're good. Turns out you don't need super fancy cards for this, and cards that you get from the store for $5 are actually probably okay, which is nice to know that it doesn't have to be like fancy equipment. These were a little bit fancier just because I thought they looked nice, and I feel like that's important, that they look nice and you're not just getting something that you think is dumb. So pick out something you like, and then you can try. The very, very first trick that I've seen on any beginner tutorial ever is what they call the Chevalier cut, or however you pronounce that, where we take the cards like this, and we drop some of them like this, and then we can go like this, and then like that. And when they do it, it looks way, way, way smoother, but when I do it, at least I don't drop the cards. So that's the first trick, and there's plenty of others labeled tricks for beginners, and I'm gonna try some of those, and maybe you should try too and get yourself some cards if you don't already have some, because it's just generally good to have some around. And now you can do stuff while you're sitting around and you're in that meeting and you need something to do with your hands. Like maybe this is the thing you want to do.
Contact with about half the deck, just like we did in the Charlier cut.
One nice thing about this is the more you practice any of these, the more your fingers get used to holding the cards, such that the first cut that we learned is actually much easier to do. I mean, not that one. That one's not very smooth, but you can see it gets much easier to do over time, even if you're practicing one of the others. Sometimes you need to check the reference material again because you weren't sure what to do. Okay, I think I got it. Right? We drop. Right? Thumb, index. Well, okay. We drop. Thumb, index finger. Ring, index finger.
Something about letting it fall against you.
Yeah. Bah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thumb, index finger. Ring, index finger. Yeah. Little girl on inlines. Okay. Thumb, index finger. Ring, index finger. And awkwardly smash them all together and pretend like that was totally smooth and natural. Yeah, it's almost it. So generally this is less intimidating, I think, than stuff like ballad song or beglery. So it's easier to get random people to give it a try. You're sitting around with your family or something, hand them a deck of cards if you've got extra decks, and give a try.
Into your palm, like the opening of a Charlier cut. Then you want to shift your index to the right edge here. And what you're going to do is you're going to pivot this top packet with your thumb and index, like so. Right, so you're going to pivot it counterclockwise. So once you're here, you let go of these three fingers.
Because there's no metal here or anything that you can drop on the floor or hit anybody with. It's just cards, and it's tedious if you drop these in the floor, but it's not the end of the world. That was a really sloppy one, but I sort of just did it. And most people, I think, could probably at least do that, and everything else is just, how much they care to try something else.
Can fall on it, like so.
Oh.
Straighten your
So here your index finger
supporting.
is kind of pushing it towards your thumb.
Yeah, I was wondering because it wasn't falling. I was like, it's not.
Yeah, so you get to there, here. Wait, what is he holding it with? Fortunately, too, there's a bunch of really nice tutorials on the internet. If you search cardistry for beginners or something, you're going to get a whole bunch of tutorials that are very helpful, very well produced, very clear. Was that it?
Sort of.
Yes. So we're not very clean with this stuff, but that's just because we just learned it. Give us a break. We've only been doing it for like a week. Yeah, it's a fun thing to do, and all you need is a deck of cards, and even if you only spend like $5 on your cards, then it'll totally do the job. So that's all for this week. Hopefully you're having a nice weekend. You're going outside. You're getting some sunshine. You're drinking water. Get some rest if you need it. It's okay to take a nap, even if you're an adult. And take care of yourself. We'll be back next week.